what I would do in that situation.
And even if you defend something too well, I'll just be like, just loosen up a little bit because we're whatever.
Yeah.
I'd almost rather that than you just falling over like a.
Yeah, because that's why. Because I'm like, I don't know if I should post up or not. Like, I'm like,
yeah, it's all good. All right.
like a piece of roadkill. That's hilarious.
Here comes the sweet rigor mortis is setting in.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, here we go.
All right.
You're like, he's on the mat again. Why'd you keep laying there?
Does his knees work?
Yeah.
All right.
Like, if you were to fall, you don't put your hands up, you just fall face first.
Oh my god, I watched somebody do that the other day.
They put their hands up?
I can't remember what happened. I don't remember what happened. I don't know if they were attacking a leg and they just like didn't even put their hands in.
It's like watching a baby fall. They just go face first.
Right into the mat. Yeah. I can't remember who it was.
Oh, that must have sucked.
I think it was one of the teenagers and they was like face.
Oh, that was here. It was. Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
All right, so we're gonna go over float passing. So I'm just gonna show you the float passing on Mike before we go over countering it. So when we get into this headquarters position, we already went over what to do on top when we turn the legs away. So we went smash pass, dope mount, and near side knee through. Now it's more, our hips are going to be up, and we're going to be pummeling with our legs instead from this upright position. After this, then we'll be going across the body for knee cut defense, and then half guard, all the different variations of half guard. So we're about halfway through-ish, maybe not quite, of all the through the legs guard retention. All right. So from this position here, either I tried pinning his outside leg, and Mike's doing a good job of like, let me get to knee to the mat, of elbow escaping, where I lift my knee up and I bring my weight over, or maybe Mike started elevating me and I wanted to try and beat Mike's legs with pummeling, or I just like pummeling to pass the guard. So I start floating over the top. Let's just come this way just a tiny bit. All right. So we kind of went over this before. In the headquarters passing, I'm driving forwards. So that's hard for Mike to use his inside knee. And now I can bring my outside foot on top, or this one. Or I can bring my foot in front. For now, I can pass either to knee on belly, or if I get an underhook, I can pass like right to mount. All right. So that's what we're going to deal with now, is these like floating style passes. All right. We're just going to let them pass. No, it's joking. Yeah.
All right.
So,
I'm trying to remember this now. Okay.
So all of the headquarters defense versus hips up are going to apply to this position. So I guess we didn't really talk about this. Let's just quickly talk about the hips up. When we're here in the headquarters position and he brings his hips up here, I'm always framing the upper body, because what I don't want is Mike to close this distance where he can either get a half guard or a knee cut or a near side knee through and all that stuff. I don't want him to control my upper body, right? Which is part of like the dilemma of being in the headquarters position, is you're trying to free your legs without giving up the upper body. All right. So when we're here, I'm framing, making my cage, and Mike, instead of dropping his hips down like this, he's going to raise his butt up in the air and come forwards. That's pretty good, yeah. All right. So now from here, the advantage of this position is he's mobile, his legs are weightless, right? And he's able to use his legs to out-pummel my legs here. All right. Yes, exactly. So the disadvantage of this position for Mike is the fact that Mike's hips are now lighter, all right? So they're lighter, which is good for him because he can out-pummel me, but it's also good for me because that means that I can off-balance Mike easier, all right? So when we're in this position here, right? This is good right here. So to avoid Mike being able to pummel his leg on top of my leg, there we go. I'm constantly like bringing myself here. So as you can see, my foot is really shallow on Mike's butt. So try and pummel your foot over top of my ankle right now. See how it's like not there?
No.
All right. If I was to be more in front of Mike, I can still keep my shin or my foot shallow. You're gonna still float over me now. But it's harder now when I'm more square. So as you can see here, I can only pull my knee to my chest so much, right? If I'm not super flexible, the more Mike drives forward with his hips up in the air, the more my foot gets exposed here. So I want to make an angle here where I'm side on, where now, as you see, my foot's nice and hidden here under his butt. Or I hope you can see anyway. If Mike raises his butt in the air, like you can see that my foot is stuck to his butt and there's no like shin bone exposed for him to pummel on top of. And then now from here I can push Mike away. I can step on his hip. He's not going to fall down. He's going to stay on his knee, right? And then now we've regained our position where we've gotten out of the headquarters position. So again, our first line of defense is loading and off balancing here. So we're here. He comes forward, hips up. I load him onto me, keep my foot shallow, right? I can step on his hip, keep him away, and now I can start tangling up Mike for different attacks, right? Mike fell down again, but
I got off dollars there.
But again, we're using the loading and off balancing. That's going to be extra powerful against the hips up because it's going to be easier for us to pull him forward because his hips are in the air, which means they're lighter. When his hips are down, it's going to be easier for us to frame, but harder for us to load him. When his hips are up, it's going to be harder for us to frame, but easier for us to like off balance him. All right. When I say harder to frame, I mean harder to frame the upper body because his weight's going to be coming forwards. So we're here. I'm hugging this outside leg and I'm framing his upper body here. So he's going to lift his butt up in the air. Yeah. So you're floating, but bring your butt up in the air. Yeah, because like when he goes to pummel, he's going to be lifting his butt up in the air and he's going to try and bring his shin over top of my shin, right? And we talked about it before. I'm keeping my shin nice and close to his butt. If Mike manages to expose my foot here and get his shin on top, no, you're just going to pummel your shin on top. Ankle to ankle, yeah. My next step is I'm going to try and use my outside foot to scrape it off and immediately tuck my foot again. All right? If I can, that's what I want to do. So I'm going to use that outside foot to scrape his foot off of my shin. So let's do that again. So here I'm hugging my outside leg, right? He puts his shin on top of my shin. Now I'm going to use this outside foot to scrape his foot off and then go right back into rotating so I can hide my ankle, right? And now I can off balance him, place my feet on him. Since Mike was like backed away instead of going across, I'm able to walk my feet on his body instead. So load and off balance. If he gets the foot on, I'm going to use like a foot scrape to remove it. Let's just go back into that top pummel again. So he pummels on top again. This time here, I feel like I can't scrape it off, right? I can try and cross my ankles here. So now it's like a reinforcement on my top ankle now. So now when Mike tries to separate my knee and elbow space here by like putting weight down on that ankle, like try and like pull my knee away from my chest by putting your weight on it. Like it's a little bit harder here now for him to like basically weaken my knee to elbow space here. And now I can still try and load off balance and remove my inside leg.
I didn't fall.
I almost lost my nuts though. So we're like this. So this is my inside leg, this is my outside leg. I place my outside leg under my inside leg. So now Mike's weight coming down on this leg is also supported by this outside leg, right? Because what Mike wants to do is he wants to get heavy on this leg to start pulling my knee away from my chest where he can go into like knee on belly, which is what we're going to do next. So we're here. He gets into that floating position here and he manages to get on my shin right here. If I just have the one leg, he's going to like lift his butt up so that, so this knee can come through. All right, so just lift it up, come back. There. All right, so I'm going to reinforce with this leg. All right, if I can, I'll scrape it, load and off balance, and escape to position. Might as well do it from this angle now, I guess.
Okay.
Here, as he's trying to pummel, I can lift my my foot up in the air as well to try and hide it, right? And then as he's lifting his hips,
no, I'm up.
I can be off balancing him, right? So when we're in this position and he's trying to top pummel, every time we off balance him, he pretty much has to put that foot back down on the floor so he doesn't fall over, right? That's our goal. If he gets the foot on there, we're trying to scrape it or reinforce it with our crossed ankle. So we're here and here, right? And he gets the shin on, right? I reinforce. And now from here, I could at least hold the position long enough to try and off balance him, right? I could try and off balance him up, cross, and then regain my legs.
All right.
So we're going to do the same thing when they try and front pummel, all right? So one dilemma that Mike has is when we're in this position, actually let's face this way, when we're in this position here, if my knee and elbow come away from each other here, Mike can tip this hip down. I mean, you're gonna stay high though, and then turn and face that direction without putting your knee inside. And then you're gonna be able to like bring your foot around the front of my thigh here.
Like this way?
Yeah.
Like this foot?
Yeah.
To the front?
Front, yeah. Here, bring it all the way through. Yeah, and then now you're here.
Oh, now I'm inside.
Right?
Oh.
So if I don't keep this knee and elbow space connected, he's going to be able to go there. So go back. All right. So as I'm here, if this knee and elbow is connected, it's harder for him to do it. However, there's still a gap in here. So if he tips to that side, tries to bring the foot inside, there still is a little bit of a gap there. But it's smaller and harder now for him to get inside. All right, so we're keeping this together. And now as he goes for this, he's putting his weight on this side. So I'm gonna push him over to this side and elbow escape. The bottom leg free.
Push that. No, I can't.
I'll go into leg entanglements on that leg. Since that was the weightless leg. When he turns, just come off me for a second.
Yeah.
When he tries to get that front pummel in, he's going to turn this way, like this, to give him more space. And when he does, this leg becomes heavy and this one becomes light. So I push you further in this direction with an elbow escape and get inside knee with the bottom leg. And then once I do that, now I start attacking your light leg as you're trying to pummel.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Actually, this way. Here. He's floating over the top here. And now he's going to turn towards the mirrors to try and, here. He's going to try and front pummel. And as he does, I catch him while he's off balance. Elbow escape. That time I just got both knees out.
Yeah.
It's the same idea. I'm tangling up the legs, butterfly guard that time. Could be one leg X guard. You could try and go X guard. Doesn't matter. As long as you get that outside knee that was originally pinned back to the inside, you've just upgraded your position, right?
Okay.
Because when we started, he has this outside leg pinned, right? So this is, I'm losing this. Let's just back up some. He's winning. I have one leg inside, which is this one. He has one leg inside, which is this one. So when he brings his weight forward and starts trying to out-pummel me here, you gotta face that way. Try and get your foot in front. Right? Now I just got that position back. So now I have two inside and he has none. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Two.
Yeah.
This one was just really deep, so.
Yeah.
Right? So that's kind of our battle there, is to try and get the inside position back or get double outside where we're able to wrap them up.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So now we'll go into a little bit later stage, because like that's all assuming that we won before they actually use the pummels to pass our guard. So the two ways they're going to pass our guard from these pummels, if you just lay it down for a second, is some knee on belly and mount. So we're here. Either I do a top pummel where I pull his knee away from his chest, right, to mount, or I do a top pummel or front pummel here, and instead of going to mount, I cross and I go knee on belly, right? So those are both from top pummel. The other way is the front pummel where I'm here, driving forward, boom. Again, I can go from here to mounting, or as you're elbow escaping or trying to escape, I can go knee on belly, right? So the way that they're going to pass is essentially knee on belly or mount. All right? So now we're going to deal with that. So we're here. He gets me in the headquarters. He floats over the top. And then this time, he top pummels or front pummels, doesn't matter. No, just your shin, remember?
Yeah.
Here, and then he pulls my knee away from my chest. Stop here. If I continue pushing on his upper body, I'm getting screwed. He's going to punch an underhook.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he's going to start climbing my body. And then now I'm going to get mounted. All right. So the second I feel like Mike is going to pass my legs and I don't feel like I'm going to recover my guard, I go from this shoulder posting to hips. All right.
Okay.
If I stay up here, Mike's going to be able to climb my body and beat me in the position. So we're here. Mike top pummels. All right. I'm like, oh crap, I can't off balance him. He's going to beat me. He starts hiking his leg over. I switch to his hips. Yeah. No. Just literally lift your butt up in the air and pull that knee through. Yeah, boom. The second he goes through, I have my elbow on his hip and my elbow on his knee, and I'm going to go elbow escape. Right? And escape to position. For Mike to finish the mount, he's going to want underhooks on me so that I can't elbow escape him. If he doesn't get underhooks, I'm going to be able to get to my side, elbow escape, and escape to position.
Okay.
And we're going to stop him from getting underhooks by keeping our arms in tight and framing his hip and his knee. So we started here. He top pummels. Boom. Okay, I feel like I'm going to lose. I go inside here. Yeah. Raise yourself up. Boom. Here. All right. I'm already facing this side, so I'm going to escape to this direction. All right. And now from here, elbow escape. Protect my head. Switch sides. Elbow escape. And then just keep going until I get him away from me. All right. So as long as I don't give up the underhooks, he's not going to be, or he shouldn't be able to mount me because I should just be able to elbow escape. All right. If I can't elbow escape because his legs are too heavy, I'll show a different counter as well. So we're here. He floats over top. He pummels me here. Okay. I don't feel like I can off balance him. I frame his hips. Get elbow inside. And now when he pulls my knee out, he sits back heavy here. So now I feel like his legs are just too heavy to elbow escape. I'm going to send him to one side, bridge, and now keep everything framing him as I shrimp away. So because he was standing really tall, just come back. Because he was standing, or put your knee down. Because he was sitting back and heavy, now it's going to be easier for me to put all this weight on one knee. Right? So I can do it from this grip, or I can do it from this grip. And now I'm going to bridge. But now as I keep him to his side, I'm not dropping my weight away from him until my arms are in place here. Now when I move away, he can't follow. I mean, I went completely out that time. But normally you're going to be still underneath the leg or butterfly gag. All right? When his weight's forward, his knees are lighter, and it's easier just to elbow escape. When his weight's back, all this weight's over his hips, which means his knees are really heavy. But when the knees are really heavy, it's easy just to tip all your weight to one side, which makes the other leg weightless.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Now we'll just deal with the knee on belly. So we're here, and he top pummels. I switch to my frame here, but now this time he knows that as I try an elbow escape here, he's going to lose, so he's going to pummel this shin that I'm pushing the knee on across my waist. Nope. Knee down, and then shin all the way across my waist. Yeah, boom. So now when I elbow escape, I'm just into knee on belly. Right? Now there's no way for me to trap his leg in half guard. So go back. So to prevent this, I'm going to keep my knee up tight, try and pummel across.
Okay.
So try and like lean forward and lift your foot up to your butt and go in front of my thigh. So if I keep my leg down, he can come in front of my thigh and across my waist. If my knee is up in his butt, when he tries to come across, his leg gets caught. For now, I can start framing Mike away and getting my guard back, right? So he needs that space in between my knee and elbow here to pummel his foot across to get to the knee on belly. All right. So let's go butts facing that way. So we're here. He pummels over top my shin. I go to his hips because I realize he's going to pass, and he gets here. If I keep my leg down, look at his foot. His shin can come across my body here to knee on belly. Go back. If I do this, put your knee across now.
Okay.
Or your foot, sorry, I mean. Right? If he tries and I catch it, right, then I can just use that to escape. Right? Just go back. Let's say Mike actually manages to get it across. Everything's going to come up, right? And then I spin, just like we talked about before with the knee on belly. For him to pummel his leg over my hip, just go down for a second. For him to be able to pummel over my hip, so I'm here, boom, boom. Sorry, I already did it. For him to be able to pummel this leg across, if my butt is down, I can't do it. I need to bring my butt forwards. Now I can pummel. But as my weight goes forwards, that's when you can bring them more over top, which makes the knee light. Then we can spin under. Let's do it again. One last time. Because I think this video is getting long. So we're here. He top pummels. He beats me. I go to the hips. He beats that. And now, see, yes, stop there. Go back. See what he did with his hips? He came up and away first. Right? Go back. So don't pummel it, just come up and up forwards. See what happened there? That was just my arms.
Yeah, true.
So as he brings his weight forwards, my forearm that's across his waist and my hand that's underneath the wrist can pull everything up even by itself. Just do it again. Right? But we're not going to just use our arms. When he does it, I'm going to do like a back roll, bringing my knees to my chest, and I'm trying to bring it as far over me as I can.
Right.
Yep. See how far you went? And then now from here, I can even come up on a single leg. If he's like really close to me, I feel like I can't spin, I can just come up to a single leg. But the whole idea is when he's on knee on belly, if I bring his weight forward, his knee gets really light. So just go knee on belly on me. Yeah, just from here, yeah.
Oh.
So we're here, right? And he's going to post out his outside leg. Yep, over here. So when I bring everything up, look how weightless that leg is, right? Now I can start wrestling up, right? Spinning under whatever it is that I want to do, all right? So we don't want to just let them settle into the position. We want to take advantage of the fact that they got into knee on belly by leaning forwards to be able to pummel their legs. We want to take advantage of that right away and keep that leg weightless so that we can get out of the position before they settle down into the knee on belly.
Good.
One last position I forgot to talk about, same idea though, is when they front pummel and they end up in that false mount where both legs are inside my legs. I forgot to talk about that. So this time he raises his butt and he goes in front of my knee.
No. So this way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the way through, so foot on, yeah, here. So now we're in that like false mount where he's got two shins inside both of my legs here, right? So if Mike is neutral, I'll just peck a side. But if Mike is like more on one side than the other, I'll elbow escape. And now I'll catch him The leg that's in between my legs, I'm going to catch with my leg that's inside. And now we're in like a reverse De La Riva. All right?
Okay.
So we started with both shins over top.
You're just getting that
Yeah, just 2 shins across my groins. Yeah. Here, right? He's not in mount yet. He's got to free his feet. To free his feet and mount me, he's got to get underhooks. So as long as I can prevent underhooks, we're good. Keep my knees to my chest, so if he tries to pummel knee on belly, it's going to be hard, right? And if he does, like, I can bring everything up and escape. So we're just going to elbow escape, forcing one of the feet to fall off our thighs, and then we're going to trap the leg that's in between our legs. Now I think we got everything from float passing.
I think so.